Hello there. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising, then this reading is for you. My name is Mel, and we are going to look into the energies for the month of February. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. For more personal readings, you can book me. Links are in the description box. On y va? Let's get started. So for the month of February, we already took, I shuffled some cards already. And the first card we're going to run through is your angel number card for the month of February. And that is Optimism 5151. With this card, we're already showing that February will be a month that actually has a lot of energy that will bring fulfillment and joy towards you. I do also get that there's also a possibility of a lot of big changes coming in. And those changes are something that you actually were already working towards. It's not something that just comes out of the blue. It's really you've been working towards something, and due to positive aspects coming forth, I see that the optimism follows, of course. So there's a lot of joy in February, and also a lot of a huge sense of achievement of yes, I did it. For some people, this also means breaking free from limiting beliefs, elements that they've been holding on to for a long time, and that eventually they are going to break free from during the month of February, resulting, of course, in a very positive energy, a uplifting energy that reveals a sense of achievement also for them. So it's like optimism, achievement, basically like you took action and you got results, and that element will be very, very alive in the month of February for you. We have the energetic card of the Ten of Cups for you. That is your energy for this month, also for February. As you can see, it's like optimism coming together, realization. I mean, the ten by itself is a sign of accomplishment, of realization, of finishing something. That doesn't mean finishing like totally finishing. For some of you, that would be the case, but for some of you, it's also just ending a phase in order to be able to start a new chapter within your lives. What I'm getting is also that a lot of people will be feeling very connected to their inner knowing or to their higher self. There's this element of you just knowing that things are going to turn out right. And that you basically know that the path that you are on will deliver. In the long term or even in the short term. Let's have a look what we got here. We've got approve, release. So that surely already tells me a lot about how you are actually going to be releasing some of those limiting beliefs. Perhaps you will even first find this inner approval within yourself to allow those limiting beliefs to go, actually. It's like there's this sense, and this is for some of you, there's this sense that you've been holding on to some limiting beliefs, and that there will be a moment in the month of February where you actually will be saying like, wait a minute, I can't longer hold on to these things that are actually not allowing me to proceed in life the way I want to. So basically what happens is at that moment you give yourself approval to let go. And sometimes for some people, only approval will bring you a result. You don't have to go into these mass hypnosis situations, doing past life regressions, soul retrievals. For some of you, actually, just approving the aspect of, I am okay, I want to let go, I allow myself to let go of any limiting belief that you feel that you're still holding on to, will result in a release, and will result actually in the release of that energy in order for you actually to proceed on that path of optimism, that path of opening up, of ending an old chapter and starting a new one with the 10 of Cups. So what we've got here is the Descendant invitation. Invitation. So basically what I am getting here is that for a few people amongst you, it's like there's this sense of needing to set healthy boundaries for yourself in order to actually attract better situations. What I'm also getting here with this card is that there is a few amongst you that are wanting to acquire certain elements within themselves. But by that aspect, I'm talking about, let's say, you thinking like you want to become better in, let's say, I'm just saying something here, example, photography, but there's this fearful element within you that is not allowing you to actually go for it. So you seek up people, a community around you, or a person that is actually very much busy with photography and is very good at it, and you look up to it because you actually want to attract certain elements of this person within you. Now, in this aspect, if it's not in a loving situation and you're not letting people overpower you, then that is an okay thing. You are attracting the energy in order to actually immerse yourself into it, to actually bypass your fears, to go on. But the thing here is, and this is for some of you, is that looking up to certain people or looking up to an element that you are missing within yourself, or you feel that you are missing within yourself, you might actually go beyond your own boundaries. And that means that you will be losing yourself within the other person's energy, and that could often or possibly fall into this energy of somebody being more how do I say it, you ending up being more submissive towards another person. And sometimes, I'm not saying always, but sometimes abuse can happen. And I'm not talking about physical abuse, but I'm more talking about energetic abuse, about people actually using that because you are not standing your ground. So with this card, what I'm getting, and this is just for a few people, a little notice that if you are looking up to other people because you feel that there's an element within you, a fearful element within you that cannot take up that energy by yourself, and you want to, but you can't, watch out that you don't get engulfed by actually allowing or wanting them to do that for you, what you fear to do for yourself. So this one is actually about really setting healthy boundaries, going beyond the aspect of maybe even looking at those limiting beliefs within you, because eventually when we actually get into relationships with people that we admire for what they do, oftentimes those are also elements that we are missing within ourselves, that we look to find within others. It's not a bad thing. It's not, but you can lose yourself. And what Spirit is asking you at this moment is to actually look within and seek where those fears might be lying, that you might not be presenting yourself or wanting to go on a certain path because you feel that there is a belief system within you that is not allowing you to do so. And once you do find that out, release it, and also release any, I'm not saying any attachment to those individuals, but release the submissiveness that might be occurring within this energy. Like I said, this is not for everybody, but it is an element that could be playing out for some of you. Then we've got the broom, energy clearing, freshening. So also this again, there is a sense here that for some of you, you will be needing to clear the energy between you and others. If you notice that there are certain aspects within your personal connections, because we are talking about the Ten of Cups here, look at how this energy is flowing. Are you setting healthy boundaries for yourself, or are you just allowing everybody to just come in and take your energy and use you? Have a little look at how the balance is worked out. I'm also getting through with this energy clearing is for some people amongst you, February will be like literally like, well, pre-spring cleaning, where some of you would even be recommended to do a little energy clearing of themselves, but also of their houses. Just to bring a new fresh breeze into the living area that you have around you. I'm just, because of the mere fact that February is also a month where you will be ending certain chapters of your life. Whenever you end a chapter of your life, it's always nice to actually give yourself a cleansing. Also, maybe I'm getting through cutting cords, so that if it is with individuals or situations even, that you can actually just energetically cut the cords so that you can actually enter into a new chapter that will feel more easygoing. There's less friction. Not that you taking the friction explicitly with you to the next chapter, but when we do a cleanse, when we do an energetic clearing, we actually allow that part of ourselves in the past in order to be able to go back into the future. Then we've got the trunk. So stability, loyalty, and reliability. So basically you will be finding out or just discovering for yourself what you really want in February. And this has to do also with once we end the chapter, and if it is a chapter that really wasn't healthy for us, we will actually follow a course that will create more stability for us. Also, I'm getting here that a lot of you will also be, how do I say it? Looking at your friends and work and environmental situations even to see like, okay, what works for me? Who's reliable? What is giving me the stability to go on in life? You'll be literally taking action towards certain things in your life. And what Spirit is telling me here is also that you will be using your instincts a lot. You'll be having this gut feeling like, no, this is not working for me. Or even for some of you, I'm feeling like, even like getting a little bit sick, but like literally getting a little bit sick because certain things are not really working for you on an energetic alignment, that you will be noticing like, okay, maybe if I actually let go of this, I might actually relieve some of the things that are not working for me on a physical aspect. So this is only for a few amongst you, you know, it's not for everybody, but I know I'm just gonna add this as a personal experience. I remember when I was younger and I would be going to work, and it would not be a job that was actually energetically in alignment with me. I would get like colds much easier and much quicker when it was a job that wasn't in alignment with me. It was like constantly getting sick. And it was not that I wasn't taking care of myself. It was just that my body was just literally telling me, this is not for you. And when I was actually doing a job that was in full alignment with what I wanted, or with how I felt I wanted to go, or with my energetic alignment, I never got sick. I just went on and worked perfectly. So for some of you, if you are getting reoccurring ailments, perhaps look in your environment to see what is happening there. Because perhaps things are just not in alignment and your body's just telling you like, okay, I'm gonna give you a little cold here so you can actually sit at home and think about everything and try to realign yourself. Like I said, this is only for a few amongst you. It's not that every disease is directly aligned to your work or your personal connections. I do feel that a lot of how do I say it? A lot of diseases do have a more psychological aspect also, but we're not going to go into that one now. But for some of you here, I do feel that that there is a need to look into things, and that will happen in February or is already happening, that you can actually literally let go and see how you want to change things. So let's have a look at the next one. Your spirit guide can lead you, but can't do it for you. Voila. It's just like I said, it's like there's an element here that some of you will be getting messages, and instinctively you'll even be feeling those messages coming in. And the thing is that with spirit can give us messages, can give us clear signs and everything, but eventually it is upon us to decide when we want to let go of limiting beliefs, when we want to let go of toxic relationships, when we want to let go of unhealthy habits. This is all in our own power, actually. And sometimes we're not ready for it. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. Sometimes it's just not the right timing yet. But at the moment, February might push you a little bit towards that, wanting you to enter in the ending phase of certain situations that are no longer serving you. So basically, it's all gonna, I mean, eventually, those are two very good cards. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna be like that, like February is going to be horrible. No, it's not about that, but it's about February being this tipping point, this turning point, where you will be going from one phase into the other, where you actually are going to have a sense of optimism, a sense of gratitude, a sense of fulfillment at the end or towards the end of the month. For some people, it will go very fast. Some people will take it a little bit longer. I mean, that's how we flow, and that's perfectly fine. So let's have another look at the card here. We got loyalty, again, loyalty. So true friendship and loyalty are among the most important values. Be loyal to your friends. So basically, this is really, this is a clear sign to some of you that February will be a month where you will actually, and that's also with the 10 of Cups, it's community, it's coming together, it's like, it's a family, you know? And you could basically see also, I'm getting soul family here. You can basically also just feel into the vibe of who is your soul family, who do you want to be loyal to, and First and foremost, be loyal to yourself, set healthy boundaries, but basically also looking at who is around you, and how is that going? How are those friendships evolving? Is your soul family a nice, cohesive, glowing bustle of energy that is nothing but really positivity, love, unconditional love, having the ability to express discomfort without being attacked, having this element of really communion. And that's also the 10 of Cups, of course. It's a card of communion. So for a lot of you, you will be seeking out that loyalty within your community and your friends, and probably even realizing that maybe some of them are not really in alignment anymore with where you stand. I mean, we grow through our phases, and sometimes we've got people, friends, situations that are no longer in alignment with that energy. And then we we can let go of it and proceed onto a higher path, or we can keep on clinging on to it and create friction. Because if we're in a higher state and we're just basically holding on to elements that are vibrating a little bit lower, that have, let's say, persons with more hateful rhetoric, or are constantly trying to discuss and to fight you, then you're just pulling yourself down. And at one moment, you're just going to have to cut the cords here, and you're just going to have to say, like, okay, look, this doesn't work anymore for me. I'm actually looking for my soul family. The people that are loyal to themselves, that know about healthy boundaries, that can actually express their emotions without, well, I'm getting into a fit. So basically, there is a lot of change going to happen for you during the month of February that will involve really your friends, your community, and your soul family to a certain that for those that are busy with soul families, of course. Let me have a look at the next one. Many choices. So you're going to have opportunities around when you are in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Look at your options. So basically, when I'm looking at this is, of course, once we actually finish a chapter and we do the clearings, we are all we did the clearings, we let go of the past, we let go of limiting beliefs, doors will open for you. And those doors that will open for you, you will have to actually instinctively make a choice of where you want to go and where you want to be. And that's what's going to happen for you once you actually allow yourself to remove yourself from the past limiting beliefs. You're going to be able to actually open up several doors and see, like, okay, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. There's this element of inner strength and courage that is going to be awakened for you in the month of February. And that is going to guide you into the direction of having different choices that you can make that will have a more positive or even more powerful outcome for you in the next upcoming months. So, we've got wisdom. You're called to serve as a mentor for someone, or as a role, or as a guide. I think that when we look at everything and we see people changing around us and having a positive effect on us, also because they glow more, they've got this inner strength that just comes out. And once you embody yourself as somebody like that, automatically you will have people looking up to this and wanting to actually duplicate that energy. And that's also that descendant energy. So basically what happens is you are no longer, no longer is a big word, but you are no longer looking up to other people and wanting to become them. You basically start embodying your own inner self, your own higher self's energy, possibly even with the elements that you thought you were missing from the other persons, and you just take it to you and you become that, you embody it. And then you actually, what you will have is that basically you will becoming that light source for others to actually also go and transform into another life source. So basically what we're doing is it's like a little bit of a domino effect. Is that you embody a higher version of yourself, somebody else looks up to it, they start embodying a higher version of themselves, and then it just goes on and on and on and on and on, and it just duplicates, which is amazing if we can do this, and if we can just all get together in this transformational energy. So I'm also seeing flexibility. You'll need to see in the dark to maneuver the coming changes. Sometimes it might feel extreme. Just hang in there, this too shall pass. So basically what I'm seeing here with this card, and this is also for a few amongst you, letting go of limiting beliefs can be or easy or it can be, I'm sorry, a pain in the butt. Why? Because it's not that easy from time to time to let go of something that you have been holding on to for your whole life, or at least a huge part of your life, because we're used to that part of ourselves. So why would we let go of it? But basically, Spirit is encouraging you that if you do notice any limiting beliefs or unhealthy behaviors or unhealthy relationships, that you might want to let go, even though it might be hard, even though you might feel lonely, even though you might even feel this sense of loss. Know that it is for the best. Because eventually, when you let go, something new will arise. And oftentimes something better, because you're no longer in that karmic cycle. Because we keep hanging on to elements in our life, and it's just a cycle. It comes back and it comes back and it comes back until we actually decide and approve to let go. And then all of a sudden, for many, that cycle, that karmic cycle, just ends, and it opens up, basically, for some people, even a new reality to go through. So just be mindful. February is asking from you to be flexible, to be open, and to realize that there could be a moment that you will have a difficult moment when you realize and you approve, you allow yourself to let go of certain elements that are no longer serving you. And that's why it's also so important to clear the energy after you did decide, so that you can actually walk into a new chapter in your life. So I got long-term, an opportunity could turn into a long-term career move, or you will be asked to commit to a position. This is a little bit of an extra element here, is that when it comes to work, for some of you, I do see that because you're making certain choices to actually renew and change situations within your life, and this could also be work-wise, that you will eventually end up having a better situation on your work level. This could also mean that for some of you, you've been deciding, or you've been hesitant of making a certain move within your career because of perhaps even limiting beliefs, thinking that you might not be deserving of a raise, or you might not be deserving of a higher, another function within your business, or even not deserving, or thinking you're not good enough to go a certain way when it comes to career. And those are also limiting beliefs that are actually blocking you. And basically what I'm getting through is, if you work on those limiting beliefs and just jump. Take a leap of faith is what I'm getting here. Spirit is telling me, take a leap of faith when it comes to any creative endeavor or work or career. Have a little look at what is stopping you from doing it. And it's oftentimes when you want to find out those things, it's just like literally asking yourself this question: what is stopping me from doing this? And if you're in that silent moment directly after you said it, most of the times you're actually already getting an answer. It would be very swift. It's like literally like something, and you would say like, what is this, So basically have a little look at it, maybe go into meditation and see like, okay, what might be stopping me from proceeding into a more optimistic life? It's like there's also like, there are big changes ahead of you for a lot of you here. And that is because those changes will create huge future possibilities. And that is really that you really have to go for it. once you feel like, okay, I found my limiting belief, I'm going to work on it, I'm just going to break through and go for it. Trust your instincts. Know that you're connected to your higher self, your inner voice. Your spirit guides are here for you. They're not going to do it for you. You're going to have to make the decisions. You're going to have to cut the cords. You're going to have to proceed into that change. But eventually, like I said, that change will bring a lot of good energy. And whenever you see the number 5151, know that that is an explicit sign for you that you are on the right path. Now, let's have a look at the tarot. See what they are telling us. Aries. Oh. Okay. So, we've got the King of Swords, Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Then we've got the Five of Swords, and we've got at the bottom of the deck the Tower. So basically what I'm seeing here is, okay, for a few amongst you, I see that there is a renewal, or at least an element of healing healing things within their relationships. This could be relationships within work, within love. It's more global. It's not like literally only the ones that are in relationships are bringing healing. No, because there is an element of cutting through the, sorry, I'm going to say it, the proverbial crap. It's literally being very straightforward in what you want and how you want to get to it. You're not going to do it like harsh and rude, but it's going to be with a loving touch. It's not going to be like, but you are making decisions for yourself. You're going to be more grounded, and that groundedness is also going to prove and provide you with the capability of attracting more towards you, be it on a material scale, be it on an energetic level, be it on just personal growth. You know, it doesn't have to be like a greedy energy, but it is an attraction towards you where you actually eventually can actually exude that energy and bring it outwards in a form of nurturing, loving care. But I do see with the King of Swords that there is an element of being quite straightforward. It's like you really, this month is really a month of you really deciding, these are my boundaries and I'm gonna set them once and for all, for some of you even. I do see that with the Two of Wands, there is a lot of prospects. The doors are opening for some of you. I'm even getting through that some of you will even have opportunities abroad. This could be work, or this could be just even moving for some of you. But there is an element of actually having opportunities that will be playing out abroad or in other states. But it won't be like in your own little area. That's only for a few of you, but for others it's just opening up the doors and having more opportunities come your way. Now, with the Five of Swords, I do see a few people still for the month of February that they will be going to a little bit of a more difficult phase in actually working through those limiting beliefs, which is okay. Slowly does it also. It's not everything has to flow. Like I said, because with the Tower here, it is showing me that some people will be going through a massive change. And a massive change is not always going to go easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's going to be more of a tough love kind of energy. So do realize that for some of you, it will be a nice flowy February, but for others, it does seem to be a little bit more of a tough love kind of February, one that will bring a big transformation in. But big transformations, big changes create future possibilities. That was it for today, and I thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and give me a follow and a like. You can also book me for readings via the links down below in the description box, and do know that I will never reach out to anyone to sell any readings. You can book me through the links in the description box. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye bye.